Kate Middleton explains a house rule. No phones for kids. Opening. Welcome back to Royal Saga, your definitive source for exclusive royal stories from the British monarchy, Spanish royalty, and royal families across the globe. For our dedicated subscribers who've been with us through every palace reveal, you know we bring you the real conversations that happen behind palace doors. And if you're new here, subscribe right now because what Kate Middleton just revealed about raising her children is about to spark a massive conversation, and honestly, it might completely change how you think about parenting. Hook. During a private conversation at a children's mental health charity event, Kate Middleton made a confession that surprised everyone in the room. She said, "I haven't given my children smartphones, and honestly, it's one of the best decisions we've made as parents." But here's what shocked people even more. When pressed about how she's managing this in 2025, when literally every other kid has a phone, Kate revealed something so specific, so detailed, and so surprisingly relatable that parents in the audience actually started taking notes. One mother even said afterward, "She literally described my struggle perfectly." But the most revealing part. At the end of our conversation, Kate dropped a bombshell about what her children are allowed to use instead, and it's not what you'd expect from a royal family. Stay until the end because her explanation for why she's doing this will absolutely resonate with you. Main content. Let's be clear, Kate Middleton is not a typical parent, but she's also remarkably relatable when it comes to the fundamental challenges of modern parenting. And right now, one of the biggest challenges is technology, specifically, smartphones in children's hands. According to Kate herself, when Prince George turned 13, there was enormous pressure, from peers, from other parents, even from some family members, to get him a smartphone. Every other child his age had one. The argument was that he needed it for school, for communication, for safety. And Kate understood all of that. So what did she do instead? She created something she calls the connected home model. Here's how it works. George, Charlotte, and Louis don't have personal smartphones. Period. No exceptions based on age or arguments. But this isn't a blanket, no technology, rule. That would be unrealistic and, frankly, counterproductive in today's world. Instead, the royal children have access to technology in controlled, supervised ways. They use tablets with parental controls for schoolwork and creative projects. They have access to computers in shared family spaces, not in their bedrooms. They can use video calling apps to connect with relatives, but only through supervised devices. And significantly, there are designated, tech-free, times and spaces in the house where no devices are allowed at all. Kate explained her reasoning. The problem isn't technology itself. The problem is constant, unsupervised access to technology. When a child has their own phone in their bedroom at night, you've essentially handed them unlimited access to anything and everything, good and bad. That's not parenting, that's abdicating responsibility. What makes this interesting is how practical her approach actually is. She's not preaching some idealistic philosophy. She's solving real problems that plague modern families. She mentioned that she's seen firsthand what happens when children have unrestricted phone access, sleep disruption, anxiety about social media, exposure to inappropriate content, cyberbullying, and constant comparison with peers. Charlotte asked me once why she didn't have a phone when all her friends did, Kate shared. And I told her the truth. I love you too much to give you something that's designed to be addictive. I told her that the people who created smartphones have teams of engineers specifically working to make these devices as compelling and habit-forming as possible. That's not conspiracy thinking, that's literally their business model. So why would I voluntarily hand that to my child? The conversation then shifted to what the children are doing instead. Kate revealed that George has developed a genuine passion for photography using a proper digital camera, not a smartphone. Charlotte is into sketching and painting. Louis loves building things. They read. They play outside. They spend time together as a family without the distraction of individual screens. But here's where it gets really interesting. Kate admitted that as her children get older, she knows this rule will eventually change. At some point, probably when they're teenagers and need to navigate certain social situations, we'll have conversations about phones. But I'm going to delay that as long as reasonably possible, and when we do introduce it, it won't be a free-for-all. There will be agreements, boundaries, and ongoing conversations. She also acknowledged the criticism. People say I'm sheltering my children. Maybe I am. But I'm also protecting their childhood, their sleep, and their mental health during some incredibly formative years. Build to finale. But the most surprising revelation came at the end of the conversation. Kate mentioned something about her own phone habits that she rarely discusses publicly, something that explains why she's so committed to this rule for her children. Call to action. Before I tell you what Kate revealed about her own relationship with her phone and how it influenced this parenting decision, hit that subscribe button. This is relatability on another level. Drop a comment. Do you agree with Kate's no phone rule for kids? Closing tease. Here's what Kate confessed about her own phone use, how it changed her perspective on technology, and why she's determined to give her children something she didn't have at their age: a genuine, uninterrupted childhood.